What's up, man? Hold on, I'm trying to get this together, man. Trying to get this together real quick. We got ChatGPT. Um, give, I'm a lifestyle and dating coach. Give me some polls to ask my channel. Hold on, let's get this together real quick. I can't see who coming in here, but I'm about to look in a second. Uh, give me some about peace, harmony, uh, living circumstances. Let me see. My bad, y'all. I'm about to come over there right now. Um, I got something for y'all. Y'all be patient. I'm about to come right now. Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm gonna have to. I see 5 people in here. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm about to get this together real quick. See, they just made me. What's good, everybody? Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. I'm about to make it over there right now. I see y'all. I see y'all. What's good, Britt? You still in here? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Got a good question for y'all. I'm about to put in the poll right now. Make sure y'all subscribe right off the rip. Um, see this phone right here making all type of noises. Let me turn this shit down. Let me see. See, we gotta get everything together, man. Before we have a good live, I got a good question for y'all. Uh, watch this. You got a great question. Great question. My live earlier got disrupted in a major way. It was crazy. I had to go through a situation, man, that was out of hand. And y'all know me, I don't never really lose my cool at all. But it's some people and some situations that gotta be taken care of. Hold on. Cause I'm a grown man and I ain't no kid. I can't play with certain shit. But we're gonna go ahead and make this the poll. How y'all doing today though, man? Britt, where you from, Britt? I appreciate that gift. Whoever just dropped that gift. And this joint gonna cover my whole face, ain't it? And we're gonna I'm a lifestyle coach first, dating coach second. You understand what I'm saying? So in life, we wanna touch all cylinders when it come to this quote unquote game, right? We wanna touch all cylinders when it come to this. We don't wanna just be one dimensional, talk about dating every day. Somebody said Yahshua. What's good, Chris? He said, "Yeah, I'm not Jewish, man." Joseph says, "Hi, what's good, Joseph?" Sophia, how you doing, Sophia? She said, "Hi, bad, weird, evil." I don't know if that was you that just sent the gift. Yeah, I think so. Wait, no, gaming sent the gift. What's good, gaming? How you doing? Joseph said, I just like to subscribe. Shout out to Joseph. Shout out to Joseph, man. Hello, would you like your phone to be hacked? No. Familiar De Leon says, I am new. How you doing? We got 2 votes. We just got up here. We just checking in. What's good, Sophia? Sophia said, I am first. What's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Got you on the mic. Phantom May, what's good, Phantom May? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Usually I come in here, laced and booted for the dating politics. But this also ties into the dating politics, believe it or not. This ties into every part of y'all life. This title right here about your peace, your peace, your peace, man. The way you get peace, man. A lot of people hate your peace. They hate your groundedness. They hate your serenity. Look at all these beautiful words. I got the synonym app right here for y'all who don't know. I got the synonym app. Quiet, serenity, peaceful, tranquility, calmness. Oh man, they hate that. They hate that. Oh my God, they hate that. Harmony, stillness. Look at all these beautiful words right here. Pacification. Oh my God, that's the best one. Y'all know I like to break words down. Hold on real quick. I like to break the first word that the word that stuck out to me. He said Flagstaff, Arizona. I probably will move to AZ. When I look at the word pacification, guess what word stuck out to me, y'all? The first 3 letters, PAC, right? See, a lot of times when it comes to these big words, you got to break them down and then you got to sound it out. Pacification, pass. That signals to me that pacification is a key to life. What does that mean? A lot of people think you got to be living in toxic environments. You got to constantly be debating and arguing and having smoke and shit like that in order for you to be a man or in order for you to be somebody in this life. But I disagree, man, because look at a plant, for example, right? A plant is at peace its whole life, yet it's significant, it still grows, it's still life bringing, it still has value to offer. It doesn't people the idea of fighting and all of that stuff has been over pushed to the people. So people think they deal with every situation with drama, with argumentation, with I'll do this to you and you'll do that. And it's like, if y'all know me and y'all been on my channel for any amount of time, I'm a very laid back, peaceful person. Some people pull energy out of people. They it's like them people, them deep divers who dive in the sea and they go in the sea with their scuba diving gear on and they got their goggles on and they could breathe underwater and shit like that. And they're going as deep as possible to pull something out of the ocean. That's the type. Sometimes when you're around certain people, certain energies, they do that. Let's look at what y'all said though in the poll. In the poll, let me see top fans. Top fans. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to Bad and shout out to Sophia. Shout out to everybody that came in here though. Shout out to all of y'all, man. But y'all gotta protect y'all peace, and that's what we're gonna talk about in this video. Protecting your peace, man. Protecting your peace. How do you protect your peace, especially in certain environments and certain places? You literally gotta move like the president. You literally gotta move like Obama. You literally can't let things fuck with your soul and your spirit, because it will. So how you handle situations. But y'all said what matters most. I said what matters most in where you live. 22% said quiet, 44% said comfort, 33% said location. I agree. 0% said affordability. That's interesting, man. That's interesting. Um, hold on. Watch this. Let me use ChatGPT effectively. See, we live in a new generation. Everything is not hard. We got ChatGPT. This shit is a lifesaver, right? We don't use all the tools accessible to us. And that's why our life be slow as fuck. It take us years to get where someone else could get in a day. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You know, you use Chat GPT, your family members will probably say, oh, he's lazy. These young kids. Elon Musk use Chat GPT. He make a kabillion, gazillion dollars. And people say he's a genius. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Leah? Leah, how you doing today? Yeah, we back on positive time though. See, it ain't about what you go through, it's about how fast you recover from negativity. That's the type of nigga I am. My day was actually fantastic. You know, I had a little hiccup earlier, but I like it because certain things, expose certain things on purpose. As long as I'm never triggered, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's December. You know what I'm saying? It's December. We're about to go into 2026. You know what I'm saying? That's big right there alone. That's big alone. Sounds about right. Yeah. I'm about to use ChatGPT right now though to ask this question. This live kind of slow. It was, but it's some faces in here. We got some real ones in here. Let me see. Cause this phone bugging and everything is fucking. Damn. All right. Let me see. What creates the most harmonious home? What matters most where you live? I chose what matters most where you live. Use Did you ever decide when you were going live on IG? Nah, I never really got over there and really, 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 I never really engaged too much with it, but it's gonna happen. I'm such a YouTube fanatic that this is all I really care about. You know what I'm saying? I will get over there though, eventually. I'm working on a lot of stuff like behind the scenes, working on a lot of stuff like in real life. So it's like, see, a lot of people. I think a lot of people, not you, but I'm just saying you're making me think. I'm on the internet, but I'm not really an internet nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all could tell. I hate niggers just sent me. I don't know if I could say that word, but that's his name. So YouTube, y'all should have banned him a long time ago. But he just sent me 100. What? Sent 100? A gift? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if y'all could tell, but yeah, I'm an outside type of nigga. I've been that way all my life. I just happen to be on the internet, you know what I'm saying? And like uh, that's why this content, this literal video we're on right now is so significant because it's literally talking about 80% of that right now about how things in real life, things on the internet and in real life will both come against you when you're trying. And I'm not on no religious Bible biblic shit. I'm on some let me put you down on some game type shit. You know what I'm saying? When you really absorb what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So she said, "That's good. Keep doing your behind the scenes work. Facts. I appreciate that." She said, "As long as you're motivated and moving around." And that's what we talking about today. You know what I'm saying? For all y'all in here, well, it's only 3 people in here, but look at the title, read the title, look at the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Um, distance. Distance is one of the greatest things that God gave us. Distance. Keep your distance from people that violate your boundaries, right? Or people who may be offended with the boundaries you put up, or there's many different ways to frame this. People who try to keep you in a box. Actually, we was talking about that earlier. People try to keep you in a box. You're kind of born into a box with all the school and the way how rooms are boxes. Like I'm in a box right now, and we don't never realize that we spend a whole lot of time not realizing, from being in a baby crib, from being in the little crib that's shaped like a rectangle, all the way up until school, this, that, and the third. And the boxes change size. They change sizes and shit. But ultimately, it's something to that. You know what I'm saying? Something to be observed about that. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So, um, but ultimately, man, fudge all that. What I'm saying is, you are who you hang with. You are who you reject. You know what I'm saying? And when I say, I mean, you're not who you reject. So when you see certain faces and figures changing around you, certain people voices being heard that you don't care to hear, certain people energy you don't care to feel, that's a sign to me that you okay, this you're an adult. After 18, you're an adult. You need to, like you said, move around. You know what I'm saying? Being comfortable in your dwelling is most important to me. Okay. Whenever I am wait, wherever I am for that matter. Facts. It could be anywhere, right? It don't gotta literally be your crib. You don't even gotta be paying rent at that crib. It's just like you could be living with your parents, you know what I'm saying? You could be living with somebody. You said if I'm not, I can't be there. Yeah. And that's the whole get up with a lot of young men or women. I've seen a lot of women in those situations as well. It's not a gender thing, it's really a again, pacification. I think that word is beautiful, pacification. Because it reminds me of the word pacifier, right? And a pacifier is associated with babies the most. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna give you this pacifier so you stop crying. You feel pacified and you feel like, you're being babied or coddled or whatever the case may be. But it's like also that word stands for other things, right? Because as an adult, right? There's something called self-soothing. You know what I'm saying? There's something called self-soothing. There's something called coping strategies. There's something called these things that adults do to themselves. As you get older, you say, okay, my mom ain't don't need to help me here. Dad don't need to help me here. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have the gumption or the confidence, whatever we want to call it, the game plan. It don't even necessarily got to be confidence. I believe a lot of successful people are less confident than a lot of confident people who are not successful. But we'll talk about that at some point too. Matter of fact, we'll probably get into that in this video at some point because I feel like that's one of my biggest things. I feel like because I don't have my life fully in order, right? My confidence it'll rub a lot of people the wrong way immediately because If your confidence shines like a ray of sun, far and deep, and you have faith that you're gonna make it or whatever the case is, people will be like, who do he think he is? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Uh and people say like, oh, you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping and all this shit. But it's like, do you really want that? You know what I'm saying? Do you really want them haters? Have you ever sat down and really thought about that shit? Um, Most people haven't. They just heard DJ Khaled say it in a song, and then they're like, yeah, you know what? I'll take those haters. I'd rather have them haters than to be broke. And listen, I'm the type of nigga. Listen, I don't care about no hate, but the thing about it is, I listen. I don't want hate, but I don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I get a lot of people that troll, come up here troll, and shit like that. At one point, it never got to me, but at one point I was looking at that shit like, where all these fucking haters coming from? But like I said, new levels, new devils, new levels, new devils. When you get to a point where you stop caring, you're gonna get attacked. Period. Because gathering ground bushcraft, I am vamping feces from my dad pen. See, it's niggas like this. Um, just weirdos, like weird, just like shit that may be understandable if I was white, but I'm not white. Like I see what you're saying, bro, but I just don't give a fuck. And that's another thing. I don't care about stupid shit. I can't care about stupid shit. It's not inside of my heart. I can't do it. I can't belittle myself. It's a million situations that I knock on your door, chat, and I ask you to belittle yourself. I can't do it. It's just not. It's just not how I am. I can't. I can't. It's like going in reverse. It's like the reverse osmosis of my direction. I can't do that. I'm headed this way. I'm confident. I believe in myself. I love myself. And then these niggas talking about vaping feces out of a fucking vape. Like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? That's weird. And if somebody can't see that, they're crazy. Just like that guy right there. They're just like him. And that's the thing I was crazy about the world. There's more people like him than not. That's what I'm starting to realize. There's more people like that guy than not. That's what's so scary to me right now. When you're trying to build your life up and you're trying to make moves and the world unravels itself, it exposes itself to you. It's like, yo, more people are more people are like this guy than like the LeBrons, the Kobe's, the Jordan. No, these guys are rare people. Like they're still like from the 90s and they're still human beings. These new people, these created characters, and and I think that's what's wrong with the world. We have a blend of different groups and different belief systems and all in one. It's like a boiling pot. So like it's easy to get basically trapped into a situation you don't want to be in because it's so many weirdos and creeps that you got to protect your peace. And that's what this video is about. You got to protect your peace. You got to keep your distance. Like, just like a boxing ring, right? Keeping your distance is like a part of that shit. You got to keep your distance. You know what I'm saying? And it's for all my fellas out here who want to be something, and you got to keep your distance from a lot of people. Not some, at least you got to keep your distance from like 98%. There's like 2%. This guy real as fuck. Yeah, facts. What's good, Jordan? You got to keep your distance. If it's like big, you got to keep your distance. Um, uh, Leah said, "Oh, just explain that to my friend. Like, I can't compute. Stupidity, my brain won't allow the equation. Yeah, my brain, like my soul, everything won't. Because I know really in reality, when I'm left alone, I'm A, at the most peace that I'm ever at. And then B, it's like a healthy, it's like a growth like type of thing. Like when I'm not bothered by nothing or nobody, it's like everything is making so much sense. And it's like the world got it to where you gotta cross paths with people who think different than you. You know what I'm saying? They don't even think like you. You know what I'm saying? They act different, they think different, their life, their trajectory is different. So now if I hate myself and I'm crossing paths with you and you confident, you think you about to be something in life, I'm trying to pull you down. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And people don't even I don't think they really know that they doing that though. I think they really think that I'm black, he's black. Let me spark up an argument with him, see what happens. Or I'm white, he's black. Let me talk about some shit. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think people really be thinking that they really connecting to you or whatever the case may be. And it's just like they don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff be conversations. Like, is you ever see someone try to argue with you and then you like I'm the type of nigga I'm not gonna argue back, right? So I'm gonna try to see what's underneath the fact that why you coming at me like that, like because there's always something underneath it, and it's always something underneath it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's always something underneath it. That's what I'm trying to say. She said, "I'm not rude. I'm frank and for real, straight to the point." Exactly, me too. She said everything else isn't for me because I'm already on to the next thing. Yeah. And that's why I made the video the other day about how your people brains are wired. And I keep talking about that because everyone's brain is wired differently. I don't care what nobody say because once I figured that out, a lot of things started to add up. Like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not soft, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll be framed as soft, you'll be gaslit by people. They'll make you seem like because you're sensitive because you could sense that they on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They'll make you feel they'll gaslight the fuck out of you because you're gaslightable. You're a gaslightable type of person. Now, like I said, in this world, which is a crazy ass world, you gotta damn near be James Bond to not get attacked by certain people. You got to basically know how to tuck all your feelings all the time or just not have any. You know what I'm saying? We know you're a human, but just be a robot. But if you're not a robot, just be such an alpha male that nothing bothers you. Now, here's the crazy part. Okay, a motherfucker could become that, you know what I'm saying, with due time. You know what I'm saying? Everyone ain't born that way. Now let's be just real, you know what I'm saying? Just like every woman ain't born super feminine, every man is not gonna be born that way. Now, like we said, based on your environment, is gonna determine what type of person you become down the line. A lot of people know that, so a lot of people put a lot of potholes and a lot of sticky bombs and a lot of they do a lot. Like, and I think like that's what I'm trying to say in this video too. A lot of people do a lot to get a reaction out of you. And that's the thing that's kind of crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, y'all niggas is going so far, so deep, no diddy, just to make somebody get on y'all level or feel like, you know what I'm saying? You know, to not have a good day or whatever the case may be. But it's like a lot of that shit chat is just weight. Is weight. You know what I'm saying? For you to it's like hitting the gym, it's weight. It's a resistance for you to uplift, you know what I'm saying? So that you get stronger and realize that everyone's trajectory is different. So a person that crash, that ain't nothing new. People been crashing since the beginning of time. So someone that crash out on you because they feel like you triggered them. You know what I'm saying? They feel like you triggered them, like something you did. You could in your life, you could be just minding your business, but even you trying to get on your shit is triggering. You know what I'm saying? Even you trying to be like quote unquote something you're not now, but you're working towards something else, that within itself is annoying to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, hate is real, bro. And I made that video like when I first made this channel. Spoke about that shit because you don't know what nobody else going through, so it'd be like a projection. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, damn, you coming at me like you really want to crash for real, like, you know what I'm saying? You want to really crash, like we could, like, you know, like we ain't family right now, we ain't nothing. You want to crash, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that's how they feel in their hearts, bro. People be feeling like that, bro. They be feeling like that, and I be trying to be peaceful, man, for the most part. That's y'all see my character on a day to day. Look at every video I ever made. I be very contained, very just, you know what I'm saying, in my zen or whatever the case may be. And I'm doing a lot of, like I told Leah, I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes work to really build my life in a way where it shall not ever be broken. You know what I'm saying? And I think the devil was really mad at that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think the devil hate that type of shit. Cause it's like, look at this nigga trying to close the gap. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you live a life of struggle, you know, it's like forbidden for you to close that gap. You know what I'm saying? Because people are gonna crash. Yo, who you think you are, man? You think you better, or you know, they get to they mind play tricks on them and make them think that you think you better or that you doing something, and you just minding your business. You know what I'm saying? In all reality, minding your business look very cocky because everybody, I guess, can't mind their business. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I always tell y'all, fuck that 9 to 5 shit, because unless you got a job, a 9 to 5 that you like or you're satisfied, like I'm not telling nobody that they shit ain't popping, but because like I said, I'll go back and grab me a job, but them environments be so hostile. Like when I was working in the pretzel joint, like bruh, I literally had this chick try to crash on me and shit like that because she talking about her anxiety bugging and shit. And I don't know, man. I don't know, man. She talking about her anxiety and shit. I just didn't understand what she was saying, and she took it like I was being an asshole. And that's why I'm like, man, listen, I am not the communication doctor. I don't know. Like, you shouldn't have a job if you can't fucking work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like taking care of kids and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't asshole, but I'm also not a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to make it part time. Like, I'm not. I don't like. Why are you here if you can't do the job? But see, people got their own issues. That's what I'm saying. I feel like 98% of these schools, colleges, and workplaces are totally a trap to put people in environments with each other who don't never supposed to be around each other in the first place. A lot of people will still be here today if they didn't have to cross paths with other people. That's the truth. Because we come from tribes. People originate from tribes, meaning mom and dad, first of all, but they have a certain stability where they don't need for nothing. Once you take that out, you know what I'm saying? And then people are codependent. They need people to like them. They start needing people to like them or needing people to accept them. It's gonna be a natural disaster. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be a natural disaster. Um, this guy definitely has dangleberry. Oh, this nigga crazy. Uh, Brantley Sanders said, "What's good, Brant? Brant Sanders, what's good? Why Rockstar use parody name? What's good, mommy? How you doing today? We got 31 votes. and things like that. Was good, Coaster? How you feeling today, bro? Brad says affordability is most important. I can make a house comfortable. I can make a quiet house. Location is location it is what it is. I lived in the hood before. Let me see. Most people said comfort, right? Comfort is very important to me right now in my life. You know what I'm saying? Comfort is very important because it's like, and that's my whole point too in this video. Like the devil attacks comfort. Like he don't want nobody to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said about the plant analogy, you put a seed in the dirt, it grows, and a plant requires nothing but peace and comfort. It don't like if the wrong type of energies get around that plant, it'll start to deteriorate that plant. People need positivity around them, and I don't think that a lot of people, especially these parents, I don't think they read a book on that when they raising their kids either. Like, when I raise a kid, he got to be in good environments all the time. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it can't be, he can't get a taste of this life, that life too, but people complain about everything, bro. From what I've examined about human beings, they find if there's no issues on the earth, people are gonna find it because I think human beings are complex because we have like a range of emotions and shit like that, and we have anger, and anger needs to be at some point like okay, so like imagine living your whole life with zero anger, right? That's ideal, right? That's what people would want to happen, but it's like it'll beg the question, why do I have this emotion inside? Why is this on the list of range of emotions if it's not really healthy? But if you look at animals, right? Animals don't really use anger. They look like they do to us because human beings are stupid. But we've told other human beings that wolves are evil or this is evil or certain predatory animals are evil, but they really only use that anger um or aggression to eat or to do whatever. But outside of that, animals whole life is pretty like peaceful. So I don't know if they even use anger at all unless it's a real situation going on. And I think that that's one of the biggest things too. Like a lot of people use their anger all the time, and what you call it, like my boy just said about comfort. You know what I'm saying? Comfort is something that we should be having 24/7. You know what I'm saying? We should be having that shit 24/7. Wait, Young says support from the army. Follow your dreams, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Definitely, man. That's what we trying to do, man. That's what we trying to do, man. We trying to grow, and we trying to build, man. Um, it's so much stuff. Like, and again, man, like for all y'all out there, man, shout out to all y'all. But like I said, even health, you know what I'm saying? You can't really be comfortable if your health is deteriorating either. A lot of people, like I've been drinking smoothies lately. I've been seeing on my tab and shit like that on my community tab on this channel. So that's I feel like personally one of the biggest reasons why the devil would try a nigga like me right now. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, comfort is winning out of all of these on the list. Comfort, right? When you feel healthy, you feel extreme comfort. And your environment will be like, what the fuck? This motherfucker too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker voice a little too confident, you giving off too much zen energy. We gotta put you in that feminine shit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put you back in that cationic state. We gotta put you back in that low vibration. You too positive, bro. You too zen. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's the problem, right? This world requires you to be a asshole in order to be in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It requires you to be what we see as down to earth, but just kind of grounded and kind of like, it ain't nothing wrong with being grounded, but like my whole thing is this: is the world preparing you, or is it trying to deteriorate you? Now, a lot of times the world is kind of preparing you for something. I believe that being tough is actually the key to life. However, a lot of people struggle because how do you like? A lot of people struggle with like that balance though, like because it's like I feel like the environments we come from, especially Black people, Spanish people, whatever, it kind of forces you to crash. You know what I'm saying? Forces you to crash because if you might be you have to have extreme discipline. That's the problem, and kids don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's gonna be from age like 8 to like age 18 or 25, that gap right there where you have to literally make it through that window because at that those ages you just as likely to crash out as a woman. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you just as likely to act like a woman and be arguing, debating, you know, you don't let nobody get the last word, you know what I'm saying? You're not mature yet, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I said the world could either be trying to prepare you or deteriorate your shit because it's all dependent on how much growth you want in your life. And no one's telling people that secret right there. So, like when I was younger, like I said, and it's always been like boys and girls clubs and youth centers and shit like that. I was watching an interview with what's his name? Mr. Dr. Umar, you know what I'm saying? And he's serious about this shit. He's serious about his shit. A lot of people call him a fraud and say he not really Muslim or he not really about that life and shit like that. I find it crazy that people like Charleston White attack people like Dr. A lot of people attack Dr. Umar for some reason. It's like people hate their own kind. I don't understand that shit. But anyone who's trying to do anything positive is getting attacked. I'm telling you that y'all that right now. Unifier, what's good? Said oops, clicked one on. Wait, what? Wait, clicked on accident, but it's permanent. I okay. Oh, I thought that's what it said. Okay. Yeah, nah, but yeah. I'm not trying to be the Mr. Move the needle forward in the culture or something like that, but I might have to be because I don't see no other. I ain't trying to be no Malcolm X type of guy, Tupac. I like these guys. I respect these guys, but I'm just looking. I'm like, yo, we got people like Charleston White out here, and then we got people out here like what you call it. Sub, bro. I say location 100%. Okay, I agree with. None of these are wrong answers. Quiet, comfort, location, affordability. None of these are wrong answers. Location comes with everything. It does, in my opinion, too, because a lot of people got good positive spirits, good souls, and everything, but their environment is so ravenous that it'll do two things. Like I said just a couple minutes ago, it'll either break them down before they had the chance to, or it'll be like this person actually is working on themselves, but then it's like the same thing. But it's like we seen it with Nipsey Hussle, man. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he got on the Breakfast Club talking about eating fruits and Dr. Sebi, you know what I'm saying? That was it. That was the last interview. You know what I'm saying? That was the one. Uh, but I'm just saying, man, me personally, bro, I try to kick like growth information. It's hard to be a lifestyle coach without touching on those parameters, but it's that I live in a van, but see the devil? See him? See him chat? See him chat? It's energetic, spiritual, you know? And it hid the chat from me. It said chat hidden. How do you unhide the chat? Hide all chat messages. See that bullshit? I refuse to live in confusion, man. We need answers, bro. We need answers, bro. A man is just as good as his plan. You know what I'm saying? A man without a plan. That's why a lot of people out here suffering. Cause it's a couple reasons, but the plan, man, you ain't got no plan. And then the plans that people make be plans that the devil don't seen people make before. So now, okay, your plan is to what? Go back to school or handle this thing in your life or go get some money, or the devil don't the one printing the money. So like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta come with something new. You gotta come with something new. Not saying you can't get money, but you gotta come with some other. You gotta have a real plan. I live in a van, but for real, where I park is the difference between happy and stress. No facts. I respect that. I love nomadic lifestyle stuff. I love that. I follow a couple YouTubers that live in a van, and what's funny is I've been planning to do that. You know what I'm saying? I've been planning to do that, like after COVID. Like so that was like 5 years ago. I actually had a van about 5 or 6 years ago. I just never really bought I never really took the back seat. Like I never took the back seat out of the joint. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's another thing. You just reminded me, right? In life, you struggle when you don't do what you know you want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like a form of lack of integrity, in my opinion. Because if you feel like doing something, then that's the only sign you need to do it. But then everything in your environment will talk you directly out of doing it. As soon as you tell somebody what you're doing, oh, why don't you just get a regular car? You want to sleep out there like some bum? Like you telling people what you want to do, they're going to try to kill it and drain it. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip. Trying to convince my friends to stop meth. He got me collecting scrap metal, but now he's trying to flake off, blow his copper on drugs. Immature, just save mine. You said trying to convince my friend to. He got me into collecting scrap metal. What does the scrap metal do? It's another guy out here named Jab on Instagram. Y'all probably know about the Jab guy. He like African or so. I don't know what culture he is, but he know how to build certain stuff with like scrap metal. I think like he really ill with that shit. There's so many things that we could be independently doing. Save it and turn it in for money. Oh yeah, I did hear that you could do that. I don't know where you get that from though. Where you get the scrap metal from? What's the most you made on that in like a little bit of time? It's a lot of hustles out here, man. I was talking about that yesterday. That sounds like a good one though. That sounds like a great one right there. I'm saving 1,000 pounds this time. Yeah, just stack it, make it work, make it make sense. Make it make sense. 3K is crazy. 2 or 3K. So how long it take you to stack like stack up close to that? Will you a pink will always be a punk from high school? Shit. A month? That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. A month is a little 2 weeks twice. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I could probably do something like that too because I be so busy. Like that's why that's why I be feeling like so like the devil be trying me because like I told y'all when y'all doing the right things in life, there got to be some type of negativity, right, with the positivity. Got to balance out. Cleaning it is the hard part. Okay, so that's really where the hard work come in at. Stripping wires is tough. Okay, so it's more to it than what we talking about right now on the surface. I see what you're saying. But yeah, as long as you in the game with it. So you got the experience. That's how I had to tell myself too, right? I had to tell myself this. And I'm constantly giving game for people who want it, right? Sometimes we forget how far we came with certain things. Like my YouTube channel is my blessing right now. Like I came far enough where I should be more like able to like relax and be like you said, comfort. I should be more comfortable in like this is what I do. I'm a YouTuber. I'm in this shit. This is what I do. But the devil, or I don't want to call it the devil, blame everything on the devil, but the contrast that be will have your brain say, damn, bro, I went through this today. I got tried over here today. I got this issue going on right now. It'll start to, because new levels, new devils. But like I could make a video on this channel right now about anything. I don't got to talk about my niche, right? Like I could talk about my old niche on my last channel, which was all religious shit. I could do anything right now on this channel. I don't work this channel into a position where I can literally talk about anything and probably do better than if I talk about what I like talking about, which is these hoes. But I'm just saying, like, if I just talk about just like, anything, people sometimes like we wanna like talk about what we want to talk about. And ain't nothing wrong with that either. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? But sometimes, you miss a lot of information doing that because we live in a vast world where it's like so much stuff out here that you don't want to miss the newness in your life, the new shit that's coming in. You want to kind of stay open to that too. Um, and it's a price to be paid when you are open, because a lot of people are taught, especially us black people, we taught to close off. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. Just trust your people. You know what I'm saying? And that's some real tribal shit. But it's like, and it's real. It's true. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of exploiters on the planet and shit like that. A lot of wolves in sheep clothing and shit. Even these women, man. These women, y'all see a pretty face, and y'all say, I'm fucking with her, man. I think I love her. And that's all. That's all of us, bro. When you fuck a chick and she fine, you feel that way. Period. I don't care what you talking about. I don't care who you is, unless you been out here been a player since high school. It's quiet. It's comfortable, portable. What's quiet and portable? You say you live in a car. You do the nomad lifestyle. Listen, man, and it's a lot of people who live that way. It's a lot of YouTubers who live that way. Like I said, I follow a lot of YouTubers on my first YouTube channel before I moved down south after COVID. I was following a bunch of nomads. I was literally trying to follow as many as I could because I wanted to live out of my car for real, for real. And I just didn't have the money to really, really, really support that type of shit. So I ended up falling back into societal situations, and I end up having a roommate and getting a job. Not too long after that, and that was cool. You know what I'm saying? My only regret with the roommate thing was I could have bought. And I had a job down south. I could have probably bought like a van down there. What's good, Alexis? How you doing today? I could have bought a van down there, or I could have bought like at least like an electric, like a gas scooter down there or some shit. Like I could have, cause I would make $900 every 2 weeks, so I really could have just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you on the channel, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, follow me on Instagram, Game Like Will 30. and I'll see how I gotta check. I gotta see what you look like and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. It's all love though. You know, you on the channel, support. Make sure lock in, support. But yeah, it's so much to life. Like I say, I don't want to miss the signs in life. There's a lot of signs that come in and out of your life that you need to see. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? Yes, no. I said, yeah, we cool. Friend is a little too far, but I don't even know you like that. But you cool. You know what I'm saying? You all right. Just follow me on Instagram. Like I tell y'all all, follow me on Instagram. Cause you're really not my friend. Like I'll say yes for the camera, yeah, you're my friend, but you're really not my friend if I can't see what you look like. I don't know what you look like. But yeah, man, this shit right here, man, this is real life that we live in. And we gotta prioritize these four things that y'all see in this poll right here, what matters most and where you live. Quiet, comfort, location, affordability. We got 48 votes. Everybody says something different. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Who's still in here? Drop a one if you're still in the chat. We got 5 people in the chat right now. Drop a one in the chat if you're still in the chat. Cause I'm not about to sit here and talk to myself. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But we are an hour in. We probably gonna be 2 hours going hit. We probably gonna go to 2 hours. I was gonna actually read something off Chat GPT and then I lost the information, which is why I had started to go into deep random conversation. Okay, I see Alexis. I know you in here. I did a poll that says what matters most and where you live. The options were quiet, comfort, location, affordability. I wanted you to um let me see. Mm. Where you pull her at, bro? My boy changed his name to Shadow. My boy said he pulled a chick. Wait, yo, bro, I pulled girls, gang. I pulled. Wait, where you pulled girls at? We about to get into a little neuroscience and biology about everything that we talking about today, as far as the poll that y'all see right here. What matters most where you live. We're gonna get into some of the, like, my favorite topic in school was science. So we're gonna tie that in and we're gonna, make this live. What is everything is bargaining for and shit like that. What you mean? I bet. Oh, you talking about what I'm saying right now? I pick comfort. You pick comfort. Okay, that's the one that got the most votes. Comfort got 37%. I don't know when y'all vote. Can y'all see what everyone else voted for? But yeah, 21% location, 19% quiet, 23% affordability in second place, and then comfort in first place with 37%. Everybody loves comfort. As they should, though. I ain't gonna make it seem like comfort is something that we don't need. It definitely is. Comfort is directly associated with health. I don't care what nobody say. A lot of people make it seem like you need to live a very war-based life, a very uh unsoothing life in order to be a man. And I would even argue, like, yeah, periodically you want to get into a scuffle or an argument. That's really what gangsters really do. Like, they pick and choose their battles, I believe. Not saying they run from anything, but I'm just saying, like, I believe a wise man or a strong man is not going to waste his energy on things that are out of his league. Put it like that. Like arguing with a woman, like shit like that. Like, you might look like a sucker to other people because you getting yelled at by a woman. But as long as you ain't gonna let no man yell at you like that, then you good. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. Quiet is noise level. So that's the first one. I believe that, yeah, that's an important one too. All of these are important. Bro, turns out someone like me liked me and they were helping me with my breakup. Oh, it'd be like that, he said. And then I started to like her. So she liked you and was helping you with your breakup. And then you started catching feelings for her as she was helping you with your breakup type shit. So like, yeah, what you said y'all are in high school? I think you said senior year, high school. And yo, Shadow, you bro that you got me on Instagram, right? Oh, you in sixth grade? I don't know if I remember talking to you before, bro. Sixth grade. Maybe a minute ago. Maybe a minute ago. You little bro from a minute ago. I think I remember. You got me on Instagram. You Carlson? I don't know. I don't know if you want your real name on the joint. I thought you was 19 or some shit. Okay. But now that's good, bro. That's good that you doing your thing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's good that you didn't allow the breakup to like linger. Do you feel like you really liked Shorty? Like, you know what I'm saying? The Shorty before, like you was down in the dumps and shit like that. Yo, Alexis, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on the gram. Are you gonna like Alexis right now? Are you gonna follow me on the gram? You say you 24. Are you gonna follow me on the gram? Yes or no? Because you got me. You told me, all right, am I your friend? Yes or no? And are you gonna follow me on the gram? Yes or no? Because y'all be faking that shit. I don't have Insta. Look, man, come on, bro. That's the last time y'all gonna tell me that shit on this app. Go make an Instagram right now. Go make an Instagram. If look from now on, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all can stay on the channel and shit. If y'all subscribe, cool. But if y'all ain't got no Instagram, man, I ain't really trying to chop it up with y'all, bro. I know Carlston. Look, Carlston is in sixth grade, and he pulling chicks, and he added me on the gram. Look, little bro came in here. Look at what he said, bro. This is why I get so tired of y'all older niggas. Y'all just is fucking lazy. Hold on. This guy just said this. My boy Carlson said, bro, turns out someone liked me and they were helping me with my breakup. And then I started to like her. And then before that, he said, yo, bro, I girls gang. Bro, he came in here with the right attitude. He's in sixth grade, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all niggas is pathetic. Y'all don't even got a fucking Instagram. What the fuck? Hold on, let me see. Oh, my bad, bro. My bad, bro. Okay. I don't know how old you is. I don't know how old you is. Um, talking about I have Alexis said I have roadblocks. Man, I'm about to block you. I'm out the road and block you. Um, neurology and biology of quietness. Chronic noise activates the amygdala. A lot of people don't know what the amygdala is. Stephen Smith says, "Who cares? Who cares about what, bitch? Go ahead and say the next thing so I can block you, because I'm getting tired of you, losers. I'm ready to snake some shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready to snake some shit." 39, Stephen Mitchell Smith. I gotta block this Hernandez motherfucker. I don't like that shit. Gotta go. Shadow, you out? My boy Shadow out here winning though. Shout out to Shadow. I respect Shadow. That's a shame that Shadow is the youngest and doing the most. But see that doesn't age doesn't. This is another thing I want to put this down before we keep going. Age never meant nothing in my life. There was a kid on my basketball team when I was in 7th grade. He was in 6th grade, or I was either in seventh. No, I think I was in like 8th grade. Yeah, I was in like 8th grade, I believe. And I used to play AAU. I used to play basketball. And there's somebody on my team that was so fucking good at basketball that he was the leader. He was the best person on the team. He was the youngest on the team, but his skill level was always, because I remember him even when I was in like 5th grade and I was playing like for this other league. He was there. He was always good. He was poised. He would never lose the ball. His handle was, he was short, Spanish. He would never lose the ball. Always calm under pressure. I swear to God, I would compare him to Kyrie Irving. And it's not even like, oh, he's just saying that. He's not no Kyrie Irving. No, this nigga actually went to the NBA. And everyone who know me in my town know, like, nah, bro played on the same team as him, whatever. This person, I'm not gonna say his name right now, but he's that good. And his age doesn't matter, man. A lot of people, they like we said earlier, they play with their life. They think that life is a joke. That's one thing he never did. And man, even his young ass when we was in practice used to get mad because we was playing around too much. He would get mad at us because we was playing too much because he wanted to win. He wanted to win. He wanted to win, bro. And when you want to win, you got to be focused. You got to be dialed in on what you want in life. You can't let nothing distract you, bro. But anyway, chronic noise activates the amygdala, the brain's threat detector, even when you think you've gotten used to it. Even when you think you've gotten used to it. So you could be in a chaotic environment and in your mind you think like, okay, I'm used to this. This is just how it go. Chronic noise activates the amygdala, the brain's threat detector, even when you think you've gotten used to it. Noise increases cortisol, stress hormone, which over time shrinks connections in the hippocampus, memory plus emotional regulation. Studies show people in quieter environments have better sleep architecture, especially deep sleep, lower blood pressure, better focus, and emotional cortisol. So really quietness is that's like very important, you know, which is very ironic because you would think that like Like people just got I think a lot of people are like, they're not dumb, they're just not scientists either. So they don't got a lot of answers, but it's a lot of stuff that is being miseducated. Like there's a lot of miseducation out here, man. There's a lot of miseducation out here. There's a lot of miseducation out here. Basically, to end off this quiet thing in this video, your brain interprets constant noise as danger, even if you don't consciously notice it. Your brain interprets constant noise as danger, even if you don't consciously notice it. Comfort, physical and emotional, neuroscience. Comfort reduces activity in the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight. So if y'all want y'all nervous system to be peaceful and healthy, you want to be comfortable. Comfort is highly important. Actually, comfort is very important. Even when talking to women, a lot of y'all don't understand that. Like, when y'all talk to women, bro, your level of comfort is very important. Comfortable environments increase parasympathetic activity, which supports digestion, healing, and emotional stability. Physical comfort improves dopamine regulation, making motivation feel easier instead of forced. That makes a lot of sense. Because whenever I feel physically uncomfortable, my motivation feels bad. You know what I'm saying? Feels very bad. But I had to grow to realize that I'm like, when I feel comfortable, I feel more motivated. When I feel uncomfortable, I feel less motivated, which is obvious, but it's also something that you don't really pick up on. Biology says poor comfort equals constant low grade stress equals inflammation. Chronic discomfort is linked to increased pain sensitivity due to central sensitization in the nervous system. Key line is comfort isn't laziness. It's your nervous system being allowed to regulate properly. Next, we got location, proximity, environment, community, which got the, well, comfort got the most, actually. Comfort got the most, but location got some love too. Brain and behavior. Living closer to work, nature, or support or social support reduces decision fatigue and mental load. That's obvious to me. You know what I'm saying? If you got a job, say like, you got a job down the street, opposed to having a job couple blocks, couple, you know, yeah, a couple blocks away, that could stress you the fuck out because you're like, damn, how am I gonna get to work? You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that's crossed my mind. How the fuck am I gonna get to this bitch? You know what I'm saying? That shit does change a lot of things. Walkable or green environments increase BDNF, brain derived neurotrophic factor. This supports learning and mood. Isolation or unsafe environments keep the brain in hypervigilance mode. That's why the devil want everybody to be in a toxic environment. Social neuroscience. Humans are wired for proximity-based social bonding. Community access affects oxytocin, which buffers stress and depression. Key line. Your environment shapes your brain before you even make a choice. Not real shit. That's what's so demonic about that shit. Affordability and financial stress. That's the last one on this list. Affordability. Neurology. Financial insecurity keeps the brain in survival mode, which is why everyone's walking around able to flip their pockets inside out with no fucking money. Um, High money stress reduces activity. Wait, hold on. High money stress reduces activity in the prefrontal cortex, planning, logic, impulse control. So the broker you are, the more you would think like the broker I am, the more I'm going to be better at saving because I'm starting from zero. So how hard is it to start from zero to stack some money, right? But science shows high money stress reduces activity in the prefrontal cortex, planning, logic, impulse control. So if your prefrontal cortex is reduced activity because your ass is broke and you stress, you lose your ability to plan, logic, and have impulse control, meaning you might buy a burger from Wendy's or you might go do some stupid shit with your money. Long term financial stress is linked to memory problems, poor emotional regulation, high anxiety, and depression. Biology says chronic money stress equals elevated cortisol, which is linked to immune suppression. People under financial strain show faster biological aging markers. Key line: when money stress is high, the brain literally has less capacity to think long term. So, who would ever think that, oh, I don't got no money, so my memory and my long term thinking is fucked? Nobody would ever link that together. How you can wrap it up for chat. What you value most and where you live usually reflects what your nervous system needs most right now. I value comfort the most. I ain't gonna hold you. Quiet, comfort, location, and affordability aren't preferences, they are biological regulators. Comfort is something I value a lot. You know what I'm saying? I love comfort. I feel like comfort, I'm not against discomfort, but I love comfort. You know what I'm saying? I think comfort is, like I said, associated with so many healthy things that it's not even funny. If y'all look at the title of this video, y'all see the guy on the balcony looking into the sunset, right? You got peaceful places in life and you got painful places in life. You got volatile, violent, disruptive, destructive, you know, places where you cannot be yourself. You cannot relax. You cannot let your hair down. You know what I'm saying? Ike Love says you have to earn comfort. Yeah, well, let's look at that real quick. Somebody just said in the chat, you have to earn comfort. Neurology. Wait, hold on. So it's telling me, it says you have to earn comfort. What biology actually says? Neurology. The human nervous system is not designed to function optimally under constant discomfort. Chronic discomfort keeps the brain in sympathetic activation, fight or flight. When the brain is stressed, the prefrontal cortex, discipline, planning, decision making, works worse, not better, right? Biology says rest and comfort are required for tissue repair, hormone balance, memory, consolidation. Consolidation. If y'all think that y'all are galactic warriors that could live without all of these things, then yeah, bro is right about you earn comfort. Even elite performers, athletes, surgeons, pilots train hard but recover harder because recovery is what creates growth. Psychology says studies show people with stable, comfortable environments take more calculated risks, persist longer on difficult tasks, burn out less. Key line to read: you don't earn comfort after success. Comfort is one of the things that allows success to happen. Discomfort can build resilience in short doses, but living in constant discomfort just teaches your nervous system to survive, not to grow. Chosen discomfort, training challenges equals growth. Chronic, unavoidable discomfort, noise, financial stress, unsafe housing equals nervous system damage. A stressed brain doesn't become disciplined, it becomes reactive. A lot of people don't understand science, and that's why I love science, and I've always had a crush on science. I fuck with science because it does one thing and one thing alone. It doesn't argue. It just shows facts. And the facts are that a lot of people are being misled. You know, the other day I was watching WWE wrestling. I'm like, damn, since a baby, we were taught that fighting is okay. Fighting is the answer. Fighting is smart. Just off of wrestling alone. No wonder why when I went to elementary school, people were getting punched in the face. This is happening, that's happening. You think it's normal. You think it's normal. Hold on. Lazy people feel they need to be comfortable. See, you saying a lot of different stuff. But Ike Love, how can you argue with science? That's my question to you. How can you argue with science? Neuroscience at that, not just any type of science. Neurology. Neuro means your body, your nervous system. You don't have to be tough to win a war. I don't think people understand that. Any given white person, the average black person probably could beat them up in a one-on-one fight. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of neurology, that's a whole different type of thing. That's a whole different type of, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't fight your way out through anything and everything. It's not going to happen. Ike Love said, I work hard, but comfort is a luxury. I don't get mentally comfortable either. What you mean by that? He said, I work hard, but comfort is a luxury. And then he said, I don't get mentally comfortable either. I can't talk to y'all head on, man, because I don't even understand what y'all be saying. I need interpreters for everything. Because a lot of people say a lot of stuff like, oh man, I don't get mentally comfortable. It's like you trying to compare yourself to other people who get mentally comfortable. But what does that even mean to be mentally comfortable? It's hard to type it right. It's hard to type it right. It says this is a great moment. Hold on. What he said reflects a common belief, but neuroscience draws a sharp line here. Comfort is a luxury, what the brain says. Neurology, the brain does not have a switch where effort replaces regulation. Working hard while staying chronically uncomfortable keeps the nervous system in survival mode. In survival mode, the brain prioritizes short-term output, threat detection, not long-term growth, creativity, or emotional stability. Mental comfort, not getting mentally comfortable usually means constant vigilance, suppressed stress, no recovery window, right? Stress isn't the problem. It's when people suppress their stress. I think that's the worst thing that any human being could do. But when I was growing up, my mom made it clear, nice and clear. Stress kills. Stress kills. Stress kills. So you grow up thinking like, oh, I don't want no stress. And that's worse because you're suppressing stress. In reality, stress is a good thing. And I think that's what you're trying to say. But you saying it in a way where it won't be received that way. Ike said, gotta stay on guard, don't get too comfortable. And I disagree with that though. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. I agree with you just said facts. Like I see what you're saying with the other thing, but like that vigilant shit is bullshit. People want you to be vigilant because by you focus, that means they're controlling your focus. The person who controls your focus controls your heart. If you type in the word focus on the synonym app, the word core will pop up. The word heart will pop up. Your focus is connected to your heart. So if someone controls your focus, if I put so much fear in you that you got to stay vigilant, oh, damn, I'm beefing with game like Will. He might pull up. He might be waiting for me. I'm changing your life circumstances. I'm literally changing your life by, instead of you saying like, okay, I'm going to prepare for the day, but I'm not going to walk in. I'm not going to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? That person, 9 times out of 10, in my opinion, is going to have a better life. But if people like, I got to stay on point, man. I got to stay on point. What are you what are you on point about? You know what I'm saying? That's the question. That's the question. Financially on guard. Even that's like kind of like, I don't understand what you're saying. What do you mean by financially on guard? You know what I'm saying? These are like fancy ways of saying that you're scared of being broke. Is that what you're trying to say? No recovery window. That state relies heavily on stress hormones, not discipline. Over time, this reduces focus, memory, emotional control. Biology makes this distinction important. Discomfort as a tool, training deadlines, effort equals adaptive. Discomfort as a lifestyle equals nervous system wear and tear. You know what I'm saying? See, while a lot of people are trying to fight for their funds, I'm trying to fight for my nervous system. My nervous system is more important than my money. I don't care what nobody say. My nervous system is the reason why I'm gonna get to the money. A lot of people playing the game wrong, bro. He said, yes, can't trust jobs or situations involving money. Even the body proves this. Muscles grow during rest, not during lifting. The brain rewires during calm states, not stress. Calm but firm. Hard work doesn't replace recovery. It just delays the cost. A lot of people survive without comfort. That doesn't mean their nervous system isn't paying for it. You can't push a stressed brain. You can push a stressed brain for a while, but you can't build a healthy one that way. That's what I'm trying to say, man. Any topic we bring up on this channel, I feel like people have a natural different way of seeing it than me. You know what I'm saying? I have my own way of seeing the entire world. And I think that people, they don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like I see the whole world different than a lot of people. Like not some of the world. I literally see the whole shit different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that that's one of the biggest reasons too why I can't live amongst a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have my own crib. I have I'm not saying like I'm better or I'm a natural born boss or anything like that, but those things could line up with that. But I can't be around certain people and people who think they got all the right answers and shit like that. I like being around calm people who show respect in certain environments. Like we said, comfort is big on this list. It's the one that's winning. It's got 37%. Quiet got 22%. Location got 20. Affordability got 22. Comfort is extremely important. People want you to be uncomfortable because when you're uncomfortable, you know how many people, like, if we could just have a number of like the history of people who either aren't here right now or was chasing money and just didn't make it to the money, you know what I'm saying? Or broke their system down. We have a nervous system. It's a system. We gotta look out or look after our nervous system. Fuck all that money shit. The money is on the earth with us. We on the earth, right? But if your nervous system breaks down, you lose. That should be in the game Bible. Rule number one: protect your nervous system. That's rule number one. You can't do shit without your nervous system. So when we say comfort matters most where you live, when we say comfort matters most where you live, what's some things that can make people have more comfort in their situations? Because everybody's tax bracket is different. We got to account for the tax bracket. Money changes though, it fluctuates. You could, especially you an entrepreneur or YouTuber, like you could make 5,000 this month and you could make 1,000 this month, that next month. You know what I'm saying? um, y'all drop a one if y'all still in the chat. I see 3 people in here. Drop a one if y'all. It's 5 people in here. Make sure y'all subscribe as well. I'm a lifestyle and dating coach. I love having ChatGPT in the video because it just makes everything easier. Everything I do content wise is not going to be ChatGPT informed either, but a lot of I'm big on science, so it's like a lot of people gotta understand that if it ain't science, what is it? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is it? It's an opinion. um, Comfort isn't about luxury; it's about nervous system load. Neuroscience takeaway: comfort equals how safe and regulated your nervous system feels in your environment. In your environment, that could be increased at any income level. High impact comfort upgrades, low or no money. Control over noise. Noise is one of the fastest stress activators in the brain. Affordable ways to reduce it: rearranging sleeping position. White noise. Listen, if y'all don't use white noise, then you must live in a peaceful palace. Cause listen, I hear voices, people talk. I'm turning on my white noise. I'm going to fucking sleep. I'm going right back to sleep. Soft materials, curtains, rugs, even clothing absorb sound. That's another thing, man. A lot of people like how I'm dressed right now, bro. I need to go shopping, bro. Like I need to buy some more different textures of clothes because everything be cotton. Everything is cotton, polyester, and all of this shit. You know, everything is cotton, bro. Know what I'm saying? Not gonna lie, gang. I had a dream like Martin Luther King Jr. This lowers baseline cortisol. Reducing noise gives you your brain fewer threats to track. Number two, lighting and circadian comfort. Harsh lighting keeps the brain alert when it should rest. Free, cheap improvements. Warmer light bulbs for y'all, warmer light bulbs. Turning off overhead lights at night. Getting sunlight early in the day. That's very important, actually. I might need to incorporate that because I don't think I do that every day. This regulates melatonin and dopamine. The brain uses light to decide when to calm down. Brain uses light when to decide to calm down. Number three, predictability. The nervous system relaxes when it knows what's coming. Same sleep time, same spot for keys, shoes, a short wind down routine. Predictability reduces anxiety even without changing circumstances. Order tells the brain it doesn't need to stay on guard. Physical ease. Comfort isn't fancy furniture, it's pain reduction. Small changes, pillow or mattress topper, stretching, space, chair support with folded towels, reduce pain signaling, lowers irritability and fatigue. One Number five, one controlled space. Even in a shared or unstable housing, one corner that yours matters. The brain responds to territory and safety cues. This lowers hypervigilance. Even one safe space, even one safe space tells the brain it can exhale. Mental comfort doesn't cost money, reducing constant self-criticism, allowing moments to rest without guilt, limiting exposure to stress media before bed. Mental safety reduces overactivation of the default threat network in the brain. Comfort scales is not about how much money you have, it's about how much unnecessary stress your environment creates. Luxury is expensive, regulation isn't. The brain doesn't ask how much money you make, it responds to safety, quiet, predictability, and rest. Ugh, that's real shit. That's real shit, man. That is some real shit. And we don't be understanding that type of shit. The devil want us to stay in fight or flight mode for fucking months on months and shit. That's the furthest thing from healthy. You know what I'm saying? That's the furthest thing from healthy. I'm about to go in the kitchen though and mess with this fruit, man. I got a I'm about to eat some cantaloupe or something. See, when you start talking facts and science, everybody get quiet. Cause truth is something that I feel like a lot of people I don't want to say they despise it, but it kills off all the opinionated shit. Like people are, if we want to talk about comfort, people love their opinions. If you talk too much facts based stuff, man, that ain't for everybody. It's a little too real. People get on YouTube, they want a cartoon, they want cartoons and shit. I'm the type of nigga I want to bond over science, man. If it ain't scientific, I respect people' opinion, but Macy, how old you is? Man, we about to go ahead and go in the kitchen real quick. I'm taking y'all with me, man. Cause if you young, first of all, this is a grown man channel. So I already know you young because you even asked why. You asked why. I've been trying to drink smoothies, y'all. I ain't been trying to just eat like I listen. I've been drinking smoothies for the last week and some change. And like I tell you, man, the devil don't like that, man. The devil get real mad. He like, damn, why this motherfucker? Okay. So you're 18. Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to make you feel some type of way. I'm just, listen, as long as you're 18, you're good over here. But another thing, you talking about riddles and stuff like that. Yeah, hold on, man. Let me pick this shit up. Man. Let me go ahead and grab this cantaloupe. What y'all know about it, man? What y'all know about it? People say they like my channel. Like I don't have a lot of people say, because I'm a lifestyle and dating coach. I talk about everything. I try to talk about women the most. That y'all women interest me like a motherfucker. But outside of that, this is I think this channel is a well put together channel. Like it's not as like random as it seems. Like I just some guy who grabbed the camera and started filming and shit. Maybe that's why I get a lot of haters, because they probably think I'm just some random that just grabbed the camera and started filming. They think, who is this nigga? But no, listen. This is like my third channel or so. And so I say that to say it's a lot of preparation that came into place with this shit, even though it's not all at once. And so I think a lot of people resonate with the channel because they be like, yo, he's cool, he's laid back, and I'm willing to talk about whatever it is people want to talk about. That's just kind of like my personality though. But I show y'all certain aspects of my life, not in hopes that y'all fuck with it, but I do it because I'm fucking with myself. I fuck with myself so hard and heavy that I can't help but to, you know, like right now I'm about to do this shit. Y'all about to see this shit. Unless I start the video over, I might start the video over. I might start the video over. I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if this is gonna work, man. I'm about to end the video and come back and call it making a smoothie or some shit. Yeah, let's do that.